Hello,
Hello.
hello. Oh dear. Seems like the audio issues have been fixed. Welcome everybody to tonight's coverage of the ACL. We're here covering Clown Gaming, our home team versus the Pack. I'm What to Brittany, and joining me to the other side is Roby. How you doing tonight, Roby?
I am doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm feeling pretty good. We're just getting through the draft. As much as we wanted to talk about, we were waiting for the audio issues to be fixed. So just running through the bands real quick. We got Camille, Kalista, and Varus banned away by the Pack on the blue side, and Clown taking away Smolder, Karma, and Maokai. A lot of the staples in the meta that we've seen so far, and already with this first round of pick and bans, most of the stuff that I'm seeing is pretty normal. The Volley Bear is a little surprising to me, but I know he got buffed recently, so I'm actually pretty excited to see how the Pack is going to pilot this one.
Yeah, I'm also a little worried that they showed jungle and support with picking Hui here, so they blind the mid. They must be that mage up against whatever limit has in store, because now he has literally pick of whatever he wants. They're banning Ari. Ari got a nice buff on her Q. She got 5% AP ratio buff on her Q and a health growth
Mhm.
per level. So those are some nice Ari buffs. I don't know if they touch Zeri at all, but I've had a couple Zeris in the last day or so. My teams they have not done well. So
A lot of the Zeri priority has been mostly because the champions like Lulu have been getting buffed and
mm,
Yumi starting to potentially come back into the meta, which
great.
painful for me as a support player. I hate seeing those two in every game. So, I'm happy to still see Senatom Kench and Rel still around, champions that are gonna make things happen and do stuff in the early and mid game, as opposed to the enchanters, which will sit in lane and scale and try to win later. It's a lot of fun for them, but not for anybody else. But with the mid lane focus bans from Clown, they're also going to pick up the Swain. Is that going to be Swain top lane for Boil the Oil?
I believe so. Debonair says it is. They don't know. That's it. Then I would trust his judgment because he's played on this team before. So and here comes the Silas because they got some okay ults. The Rel ult will be really good for them. Although unfortunately for Clown, I feel like this bot lane is going to be rather uneventful because it's sent out Tom Kench. And then Aatrox pick up lastly. Aatrox, that staple in top lane. Can't go wrong with Aatrox. Unless you decide to miss everything, of course. And then
Fiora with
the skill
counter as well.
matchup into Fiora. That'll be a fun top lane to watch. Hopefully our spectator here, as a cameraman, Nort, is going to watch top lane a lot.
Yeah, there should be a lot of potential interesting counterplay between the Aatrox and the Fiora, but I think this is also telling me that it's not going to be Swain top lane. That's going to be actually Swain in the bottom lane with the Rel paired up, which is a pretty interesting matchup versus the Senatom Kench. They should actually have enough damage to break through the TK. And with that Rel shield break passive, it's going to be a fairly big skill matchup to see if Solus can hang on to that shield or if Rel can wait out that timer and really start to chunk down the TK.
Actually, I'm not sure who's going where. It could be Swain mid in Way APC because I know Hey APC is really popular. I mean,
Mhm.
so is Swain APC. So it could be either or, honestly.
I know Boy likes to potentially shove waves and roam a lot, and Swain is a lot more of a brawler. I would much prefer to see the Silas matched up versus the Hui because I think Spiraling Despair as an ultimate is just a lot less useful for the Silases rather than that Demon Flare. It gives Silas just a lot of sustain, and while pulling him to the bot lane wouldn't be great, making sure that he's not just like, as soon as Silas hits that level 6, able to grab that ultimate and make the roam to like the Dragon or the Grub Camp, something like that. It seems like it would be preferable for the Clown
Mm,
side here.
mm. I played a lot of Senna Tom Kench in my comp games this season. It is very very slow slow to get started bot lane, but once they get going, that Senna just does unreal damage. I know the tech at the moment is for farming Senna because the items. But I is fasting Senna still popular or is that just completely gone now? Do you know?
With the changes to the double support items, I know more often than not we're seeing farming TK and fasting Senna. I don't think farming Senna is bad. It does stack the souls a lot slower, but the trade-off is you're farming, you get gold, you get to actually have a little bit more income as opposed to just relying on the support item. In most of the games that I've been spectating and the ones that I've been seeing played, it's been fasting Senna, but I think it can still go either way depending on your comfort level on the Senna TK lane matchup.
Now, with this jungle matchup, Volibear into Viego, who do you favor early on, mid game, late game? I think probably favor the Viego later on, but I've seen Volibears with like Nashor's Tooth do some incredible things.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it is going to depend on how the Volibear builds in the early game and what their pathing is, especially. If I was with my usual color caster, Quax, he's a jungle player. He would probably have some expertise level insight onto this particular matchup. But me, I'm just a simple support player. I see Volibear. I know he's going to gank early. I see Viego. He also wants to gank early. So I think it's going to be a lot on who ganks, who counter ganks, and what's going to happen as it sounds like we're ready to transition over to gameplay for this game 1 of Clown Gaming versus the Pack.
I personally favor I kind of like TPK's drafts a little bit better personally. Even though they don't really have the wave clear that Clown has, but just like they just look so safe with that comp, you know. They have high damage, a lot of CC, um, and lots of survivability, you know. So I just have. I also don't like Silas facing Silas. I think that champion is insane, especially with
Yeah,
those bolts. Oh my god! Imagine Silas with the what's her face
Silas with the
no
Swain ulti
and
is
Swainel. Yeah, it's
nightmarish to deal with. But I do like that we do have the Hui matching up mid lane versus the Silas just going to try and wave clear, push him in. The range versus melee matchup feels good for him. And when that level 6 does come around for Silas, he doesn't have that instant access to the Swain ult. He can't just take that one around. It's kind of an expected counter matchup. When you pick the Swain, you know that Silas is a potential possibility to be grabbed. It's kind of like if you have Alistar in support, you know the enemy team can look at Silas and be like, Alistar ulti on a mage seems pretty good.
fun fact about mid lane with Hui at the moment is if Rough Beans is good enough with low enough ping, he can actually cancel Silas's E with a fear and with a passive proc, you know, do a lot of damage to Silas really quickly, and because that interrupts all dashes. I've seen people with low enough ping able to interrupt like J4 dashes, like EQ combos, and it's pretty hard to pull off, but this is Challengers, so I'm expecting it to happen.
Yeah, we do have some information coming out from the clan side. Both the earlier you saw doing a little invade into the top side just to get some information on where Lyar on this Volibear is going to be starting off, what sort of path he's going to take. So good information for the Clown Gaming bottom side. I think especially making sure that they know they're going to be safe when they try to take these bottom lane trades, look for potential ganks, maybe see if Rapid wants to try and path down and is even going to actually try and split the map fully as he's gone for an invade and is looking to take the Volibear's red buff before he can even get down there.
Yeah, we had a good trade up in the mid lane. Hui managed to get his passive, although it looks like Silas healed it off. And then, like you said earlier, the Senna is going to be a fasting Senna this game, so we'll have a farming TK. I know they did also just nerf the double Doran start, so that now support items you have to charge a lot quicker than you did before.
Thankfully,
Which I don't know. I kind of like the double Doran start because like if you had a bad matchup support, like you could opt into that Doran shield.
Ooh, Tompkins are gonna Abyssal dive in. They're gonna take a trade on the Devonair, but with the Tongue Lash missing,
Oh.
might be in trouble. Salspawn's is ignited. Gonna have to flash away from that one. A little bit over aggressive, and a nice punish from the Clown bottom lane.
Top lane is going as expected. Still just a little too early to see any big fights go on up there, although we did see Fior parry. Looks like a Q2 from the Aatrox. We got a gank coming bottom lane, but it is spotted out by Ward from Clown Gaming.
Yeah, Volibear is fully on vision. Boil the Oil actually getting really, really low here. The Umbral Chains forced the flash from the Fiora. Well, the CS is heavily in favor of Boil the Oil here. Losing a flash cannot be comfortable as now trade on the bottom side. Lyar maybe in trouble. Nice flash forward from Zeb. Going to be flashed in response by the Volibear. Rough Beans is rotating over. Going to try and block him off with the fire. Get the crushing maw. Picks him up. Viego grabs the first blood.
First blood to Viego is honestly first blood to anyone on their team is pretty scary, but Viego hopefully can use up the snowball. Silas going in on the way there. They're both getting very low.
Drinking on the bottom side again. Zev here getting a little bit low, has those feast stacks up. And get back, onto the Tahm Kench pulled into the eye. A nice double stun from the Rel. Has the W away. The crash down. But the Ignite is going to take down the Rel. The Triumph healing on the Tahm Kench. He's healing so much with his grasp as well. He's so damn tanky.
Oh.
Demeter will finally find him with those bolts. Now Lemon Poet and Rabbit trading on the top side. And Rabbit is caught out of position. Taken down. It's a 1-for-1 across the map, but a lot of big summoners lost for the Clown Gaming side.
It was pretty impressive by Debonair to manage to get the kill onto Solus there. That was kind of huge. Actually, I think it saved his life. Unfortunate though for Rapid getting caught by the volley and the Silas, giving Silas an early kill and double buffs to mid lane. That's not gonna be good for Rough Beans. Silas isn't able to sustain with that red buff against this Hui poke, and Hui is low on mana, so he's gonna have to recall soon and try and get in a little reset. But it's hard to get a cheater. It's really hard to get a cheater recall when the mid laner has blue and red buff.
Yeah, it's so easy for Silas if he notices that you're stepping out of the lane to just look for a hard wave push. As we do see Fox actually rotating up here, potentially to cover for this exact mid lane game. Flash forward from Rapid, immediately flash in response by Lemon Poet, maybe looking for a nice all-in, but Rapid with good sidestep is going to make sure that he stays safe on that one. I like the rotate from Fox there to try and protect the mid lane, as Volibear was doing the grubs, wouldn't be able to help out in that situation.
Yeah, it was a very heads-up play from Fox. That was really well done. Debonair just happy to sit in bot lane, farming 1v2, or farming, getting some levels. Just getting, once he gets that Rylai's, I think he'll really start to pop off. Be able to drain tank the Tahm Kench pretty well. Top lane's looking pretty big diff on CS, about 20 CS difference, which is kind of huge at 6 minutes.
Yeah, this is sort of what you expect out of the Fiora Aatrox matchup. If Fiora plays it smartly and it just holds on to that parry, farms up the waves, grabs those vital procs, it's really difficult for Aatrox to farm. There's another gank here on the bottom side, Rapid getting that stun down onto Solus. The Tahm Kench maybe not the one that they want to focus down, but a nice shield break from Zev is going to get him very low. The Ignite's taking away, but he'll manage to survive. Gets under his tower thanks to the healing from a Fox as well. They managed to survive the gank.
Yeah, Fiora just has... Oh, in on the Rough Beans mid lane from Silas.
Yep, Spire.
He has the high... He whiffs the whale.
With the steal. Lemon Poet now in trouble. Rapid and Zeb have rotated up. Lyre forced to just watch his mid laner die. Not much he can do there. Now in the bottom lane, Debonair potentially in trouble in the 1 versus 2. Doesn't have Flash, doesn't have Ghost. I think the Swain is just going to be walked down with Volibear on the first rotate as well. There is no chance Swain is going to live this one. Fox finds there first.
I do favor the Clown Gaming trade there. I think getting the kill mid lane was probably more important than killing Debonair at this point in the game. Because it just enables Way to push up and help Rapid with anything. Oh, we got a little bit of a fight going on top lane. Boy the Oil managed to get pulled in.
Yeah, not a great trade for Boil the Oil. I know a lot of Aatrox mains have been complaining about the state of their Umbral chains recently. The fact that they finally fixed how it would interact with dashes on that last quarter of a second if you got pulled back in. A lot of people found that very frustrating to play against, so Riot finally said, alright, you know what? Fine. If you dash out of it, it's just gone. It breaks no matter whether you take the damage or not, which, for me at least, thank you, Riot. Great change. Fantastic change.
Let's see if... he's trying. Oh, we got a little fight breaking out mid lane, but Lemon is just opting to run away instead of trying to re-engage, since he did get way passive proc on him, and he's like, I can't win that trade anyways. But then takes another free Q poke. That's really unfortunate for him. Looks like Zeb is trying to line something up bot lane here.
This is how you should be playing the Rel versus the TK Senna. Especially with Senna Romy, you can see the level difference so far. Debonair and Zev 5 and 6 versus Fox and Solus 4 and 5 is a really big deal in terms of that support and AD carry matchup. With the no access to the level 6 on the Senna just yet, and Debonair, I have to assume, gonna have access to it soon. It shouldn't be too difficult for them to try and force a fight as long as Solus doesn't hit that level 6 as well.
Also, the CS difference bot lane is starting to add up a bit.
Nice parry from Boil the Oil again, but doesn't manage to get the stun. Still just getting those little Q pokes in, making life very difficult for Hanzwu. It's not the most fun matchup on Earth if you're the Aatrox, but with the lead that his team has in the bottom lane, the Senna having that free kill, and, you know, your mid laner having a kill, you can at the very least look at the map and be like, okay, as long as I'm not too far behind, as long as I'm carryable, this game should still be winnable.
Yeah, but Fiora does have that Tiamat reset on auto attacks now, so those vital procs are going to be a lot more painful. As you saw there, she does the Q auto reset into the Tiamat auto reset, so it's
Oil
going on a limit.
Is there a lethal here with the pop? Oh, he's 1 HP. I like the look there for Rough Beans.
No, Q snipe. Limit is very aware of that, and he's basing in a not so obvious spot.
Meyer is starting up these grubs. He's going to grab that 4th one, but now with Zephyr, he's going to force that Stormbreaker and the Flash immediately out of the volley bear. Just happy to make sure that the 3 aren't traded over, but I don't know if losing your Flash is worth it in this particular instance. I wonder if that's just a Stormbreaker over the wall and leave kind of scenario.
Yeah, because they have 4 grubs, but I think 3 is like, okay, you have 3, they can't get 5, right? So why waste your buttons when you don't need to? Because now like the drag fight, you know, is coming up soon, and I don't think it won't have flash for that.
Yeah, not having flash and potentially not having ulti will be a pretty big deal depending on whether he uses it next as Fox is going to spot out Rapid here. Actually going to force that Heartbreaker out. A nice dodge with the Grasping Maw from Rapid to get away from the Silas Chains. Doesn't manage to get caught out that time, but cooldowns being burned across the map. So far, it's still a fairly even game. Clown Gaming about just 1,000 ahead after picking up those grubs. It's just going to be a matter of what can they do with the 2 that they got.
Aatrox is quietly biding his time until he can get a good trade and maybe get a... If Aatrox can get a kill onto Fiora, maybe he can turn this lane around and be the aggressor. But Boil the Oil is just playing it so methodically that I don't think he'll give him the chance to have that opening. Unless they do an ill-fated dive up here against an Aatrox, as I've seen so many times happen in solo queue. We try to dive the Aatrox, Aatrox is a double kill.
They might be looking for him. There's the stun. The Grand Challenge has been issued. The damage is just too high. Boil the Oil tanks the tower, but is not in any danger. A nicely executed gank from Rapid.
Couldn't tell if that was Rapid's damage or Boil's damage, but because Rapid does... I couldn't tell who was who, like damage from who, really, other than like the initial Fiora damage, but it could have just been both of them proc when their auto attack resets.
Debonair and Zev are going to spot out Lyre here. Maybe Oliver's in trouble. Nice sidestep away from the never move, but now maybe in trouble as Zev's got that crash down. He's trying to sustain off the grub. He can't get it. Salspawns is there, though, to get him out with the Tahm Kench ultimate. Now potentially trying to continue the fight. Debonair is just walking forward into Fox. The damage comes out from Swain with the Demon Flare. He's found 1. He's found 2. Solus Mons now left all on his lonesome. He's going to have that shield back up, but I do not think he is much longer for this world. Rapid will come in just to take the credit on it, but it's the Clown bottom lane coming out ahead. Silent Despair, mid lane. Lemon Poet actually potentially looking for a trade here. The ultimate pops from both of them very, very low, but Rapid with Flash could look for something here. Ult out of nowhere! Lemon Poet doesn't have this fancy feat. Doesn't manage to get the sidestep, and that's just a kill for Rough Beans. Trading the jungle now. Lyre just trying to get the ult in. There's the Dawning Shadow from Fox. Maybe a little bit early. Doesn't actually manage to find too much value out of that. Just disengages the fight. The Raptor Camp goes over to Rapid. He manages to walk away. Fox walking up greedily for souls, though. The Severing Bolt means that he's just going to be deleted. Rough Beans finds that one. Soul Spawns now trying to get the engage in. Here comes the teleport from Lemon. Solus Mons finds the shutdown, though. With that teleport in, the Severing Bolt does not do enough damage. It's 2 kills for the Tahm Kench.
Yeah, Rough Beans tried his best there. He did place down a EW on top of that TP to keep the Silas from gunning in there as fast as faster, but it wasn't enough. Although I think the kills going on Tahm Kench probably is what Clown probably wanted, best case scenario. As we have a trade going top. Oh my god, that auto attack reset from Fiora, that is disgusting damage.
Yeah, that damage is just gross. You can already see up here in the top lane, just the CS lead and the extra assist that Boil the Oil has netted him over 1,000 gold lead, just about 1,500 in his favor. The gold lead for Clown in the jungle, in the mid lane. In the support, it's about even, but between the carries, it's just about 600, 700 in favor of Debonair. But overall, it's, yeah, just Clown taking a pretty commanding lead in this early game. 4,500 gold in their favor, and it doesn't look like they're trying to let up on the gas at all.
Yeah, I keep seeing Aatrox trying to reset the vitals on himself because every once in a while he'll get a bad vital. It's easy to proc for Fjord. He'll run away, try to reset it, come back, get the same vital. He's like, really? He's got a decent vital here. He's away from the Fjord at least.
Yeah, sometimes Riot Games just does not like you, and you just kind of have to accept that. It's this potential dragon fight here. Lyra looking for an all-in onto Rust Beans. Wait, does have the flash, is opting to hang on to it for about as long as he possibly can. He's still holding on to that one. Salsmons is going to get that consumed on it, do it, but he dies with his flash up. It's 2 kills now for Lyra. Zev now stuck in 1 versus 3, 2 versus 3 as Debonair walks in, but Debonair just too little too late. He'll manage to find one trade back on to Fox, but Swain, despite all the sustain, you are still just a man versus a catfish, and Salsmons will find their 5th kill of the game.
That is so unfortunate. If he had just flashed, you know, he wouldn't have died to that Grump. Unfortunate. But, you know, sometimes you gotta play it on the edge.
Yeah, I do appreciate him trying to play aggressively there, but at the same time, you have a volley bear coming down onto your face. You see the Tahm Kench W coming up underneath you. At some point there, you just have to say, okay, if I don't flash here, I am going to die.
Hmm. Yeah, he thought I'm guessing maybe Zev told him like, "Hey, I can peel, I can peel for you," and maybe they thought it would be enough peel.
Oil the Oil,
He shot copy ult the top lane to battle tower.
It's a 1v1 in the top lane. Meanwhile, the dragon fight is still going on. A Salsmons with a nice 2-man abyssal dive. Rough Beans had his flash that time, used it, but still perishes. Zev now on the run, won't be caught by those chains, but Rel dismounted. He's a little bit slow, will get picked up. And in the meantime, in the top lane in the 1v1, Boil the Oil takes the tower, takes the Aatrox's life, and secures himself a 30 CS lead. Not going too bad for the Clowns, at the very least on one side of the map.
Yeah, Clowns now lost 2 fights in their bot side jungle. And, you know, you gotta be asking yourself.
And Tahm Kench just killed here? Debonair forced to pop that Demon Flare to try and run away. Now Rapid is here with the rotate. Tahm Kench does have the shield. Poet has that Heartbreaker. The teleport's coming in from the Aatrox. They might be looking to trade. Rapid doesn't have the damage to kill the Tahm Kench. He's just out of there. Debonair with a nice sidestep from the chains, but can't dodge out on the second chains. Will get picked up. Shutdown goes over to Lemon Poet. And the pack is suddenly fighting back. They managed to nearly even out the gold lead, and they're going to take the Rift Herald.
This game is looking so doomed for them, and then 2 well-fought dragon fights have brought them back into this game.
Yeah, I think especially a couple of key mistakes from Clown Gaming in terms of positioning, in terms of what objectives they want to play for. Like, Boil the Oil, hard winning on top side, but we're still trying to force the dragon fights where you have this Silas who is, while not fed, gotten fairly strong. You have this Tahm Kench who's already sitting on his Heart Steals, looking to get that Kanik Rooker, and it seems like they're playing towards the strong side that the pack has currently. And I just don't know if that's the kind of play that Clown wants to be making right now.
However, if you notice, Debonair has finished the Malignance on Swain, so that is going to be a huge power spike for him. Solus on TK will not be able to just face tank him as well now because of the MR shred that item provides during the ultimate. So we'll see how team fights go now. Boil the Oil are going
in. Just absolutely diving for the tower. Now the potential engage happens. This Lemon Poet super, super low. Zeb is going to crash down and get the knockup. Boil the Oil finds that last hit in the Grand Challenge. Healing is not enough for him as Lyra will chomp down on the Fiora. Pick that one up. Now Rapid finds him in response, and Debonair just chases down poor Fox. Now it's just Aatrox, now stuck in a 4 versus 2. So also going to beat him up to get that shield. The Spiral Despair damage is so massive from this way. The tower shot's starting to add up, though. Clown Gaming has to be careful. Zeb finds the crash down, will manage to get the kill onto Hans Wu on the Aatrox. Zev takes that last tower shot very, very low. The Heartbreaker comes in. Salsmons getting super, super low. The Naughty Shadow over the top there. They're keeping him alive for just a little bit longer, but it's not long enough. Rapid finds the shutdown gold. A chaotic fight. The Clown take the lead back.
Tom Kinch is
A
looking
champion.
very good here. Might be a possible ban next game for Crown Gaming. This Tom Kinch pick is becoming kind of a problem.
Rapid maybe in trouble here. Islamic Quota has caught
Well,
him lacking a little bit, but Decided's not actually wanting to continue that exchange. I think just a little bit baited by the fact that he was playing so aggressively. Now Boil the Oil, maybe the one in trouble. Nice sidestep away from that Senna W, has issued the Grand Challenge, looking to get some damage down on to the Volley Bear, take advantage of all that healthy stacking, but the healing from the Volley Bear might just be enough. It's getting so close. He's so low.
oh
Choke
my
him
god.
down. Boil the Oil, die solo.
Huh. If Senna wasn't there though, I think he has it. 100%. That was pretty close. I think Clown Gaming needs to invest in some heal reduction for sure against this team. They
Yeah,
have a
I'm looking
lot
at
of healing on. Like almost
I'm looking
every
at
single champion on this
Silas.
roster has healing.
Yeah, I'm looking at Silence, I'm looking at an Aatrox, I'm looking at a Volibear with a Spirit Visage, I'm looking at Senna TK. Anti-heal seems like it might be pretty good, and speaking of being pretty good, Rapid not feeling so good as he's going to be caught out. Fox will pick up that shutdown gold. Now Zev has that Aftershock on, but it won't save him for very long. They're going to donate the kill over to Solus again. 8 kills for the Tom Kench, and the pack keep striking back. They're keeping this game competitive.
Uh-oh, as Debonair gets caught out here by Senna.
Yeah, Debonair may be in trouble. Has that Demon Flame, though. He's going to pop it.
Oh.
Rough Beans is in the area, and Fox has
Oh.
overstepped his bounds. Solus flashes to try and save his AD carry, but it's not soon enough. Now Boil the Oil has a chance to chase down Hanzo here. There's that grand duel. I do not think Aatrox is long for this world. Despite all the healing, you are still nothing in the face of the Grand Duelist.
Yeah, Boily Little definitely out for blood there after what happened bot lane earlier. He's like, if you're gonna gank me, that's fine. I'm gonna keep killing your top laner.
Yeah, it still has that 30 CS lead, still up about 2,500 gold in isolation there. But you can see across the board, the gold's starting to even out for the pack with a lot of these fights. They've actually managed to find some successes here across the map as Solus and Boil the Oil are going to trade a little bit here. I don't expect Boil to be caught. He's playing Fiora. He's got a little bit of mobility. But now with 2 showing bottom side, Clown Gaming actually feeling confident enough to just start this Baron, though I think their take is fairly slow. There's no vision on it, so the pack might not even know that this is happening.
Yeah, they don't have a clue. That's what I was gonna say earlier. Was once Fiora gets to the 2-3 item spike, they're gonna have to send multiple people to deal with her, even though she can handle anyone 1v1. But once obviously if they have 2 people like we saw earlier, they can deal with her. But if they send 2 people, it's the Baron. So this Fiora is definitely gonna be a problem. The later it goes, the worse it'll be. Unfortunate because the Aatrox has no way to deal with her, as we saw earlier. He just can't keep up with the damage. And they're gonna trade it for a dragon here. This will be, what is this, Chemdrake?
Yep, Chemtech Dragon. This will be their second of the game. They will manage to find that one, and it looks like they've seen some pings over towards this bottom side tower. They want to grab a little bit more of the standing gold on the map, but Rapid is just happy hitting away on this inner tower, and no one's particularly contesting him with that Baron-powered cannon creep. That is when he's just going to go down, yeah. With the pressure on this mid lane tower as well, it seems like they're going to have to try and rotate over. We see Boil the Oil down there on the bottom side, looking to pressure out Hanswu. But he will manage to get the tower before he's forced to walk away, so despite losing the Baron, still not bad trades on the map for the pack. They're, again, keeping it competitive. They're managing to find ways to even out the gold lead and bleed a little bit less.
So even though the Tom Kinch is doing really good and is getting a lot of kills, they are falling behind in CS bot lane a lot.
Or maybe trouble. He's got a lot of crowd control. There's the crash down in the Magnet Storm from Zev. Gonna force out that Tom Kench ult to keep his jungler safe. That's a pretty big cooldown. That cooldown is quite a long amount of time, and there's not a lot of cooldown reduction on this TK, so potential for a dive or a pick out on another one of these squishy pack members as the siege just continues for Clown Gaming, abusing this Baron really nicely.
Yeah, they've gotten 3 tier 2s with this Baron. That is massive, massive gold gains for Clown Gaming. They have now ballooned their gold lead up about 6k.
It's
Or
pretty
like
much
almost even.
it's pretty much exactly what you want to see out of a first Baron. Those tier 2 towers weren't taken yet. They just managed to time their waves nicely, take advantage of some of the movements that the pack is making across the map, take a lot of these standing towers. A nice stun. Oil the Oil actually looking for the die here onto Hanzo. He's got the damage. I think he'll finally die in response as Lyre will pick that one up. But, oh, wow, Fiora looking balanced there for sure. Hang on, Fox flashing forward, forcing the flash out of Rough Beans actually a little surprising to see
Oh,
that
I think
one
Rough
flash
Beans
away.
has learned his lesson on being conservative with his flash. Oh, whiffs the ultimate.
Yeah.
Rough Beans will go down here. Will he take Fox with him? Oh,
Oh,
that's really
Fox,
close.
tick,
Oh,
tick,
he
tick,
does go
boom!
down.
The Leandry's bird will find the Senna at the end of that play. Loses his flash, but at least makes it a 1-for-1 at the end.
Although with Rough Beans down, that does take out a lot of their siege potential.
What is this flank? What is happening here? Zev and Soul is trading with each other here. Devin on the wrong side of the map. He's going to start to get chased down by the Silas and the Volley Bear. Does have that ultimate for himself, but has already popped the Ghost. He's going to look to try and just stall it a little bit more time. His Demon Flares are traded, but Silas does a lot more damage currently. The Blast Gun is going to take him to safety for just a little bit longer, but Silas has mobility. No, Debonair flashes away. Manages to keep himself safe. In the meantime, Saul is getting very, very low. Rapid has the damage. Then we'll find the last hit on that one, and we'll get the body reset here. Teleport coming in from Boil the Oil. Managed to get into the fight. Rapid now finds his second. Boil the Oil finds Lemon Poet. And what looked like potential disaster for Clown is turned around for 3 quick kills.
Unfortunately, they don't have a wave prepped for that. They can't really get an inhibitor just yet. They might get bot lane inhibitor, but we'll see. These death timers are getting high on 27 seconds on the Silas currently.
Well, the Oil finds that turret again with the Fiora fancy forward. Really difficult to try and lock her down, especially with such telegraphed crowd control. But with those turrets going down, it doesn't look like they're going to opt in for either of the inhibitors. Just happy to take those inhibitor turrets down. And an open inhibitor can usually mean the end of the game if you find a nice push with it. So I don't hate this decision. You're not giving too much time away with the respawn timers not being incredibly long as they are now.
Yeah, they don't have any cooldowns. All they have left at the moment is Fiora ultimate and Whale just came up. They have only flash on Zeb and Boil the Oil. So they're lacking cooldowns, and overstaying could cost them, I guess, Ender Towers at this point. There's not too much that could cost them right now because there's not much up for objective-wise other than just static objectives currently.
Yeah, they do have the objective bounties available to them, so maybe the pack can look for something, but with the state of the waves as they are, and with those mid and bottom lane outer turrets already taken down, I don't really see a way that they can start a good push on this top side without potentially giving up a dragon, which right now is really the pack's win condition. Trying to play for these dragons, look to get towards that soul, but with the Infernal Dragon that Clown got early, it's going to be quite a while until the soul actually comes around for them, as Boil the Oil actually aggressively going into the 1 versus 3, maybe in a 1 versus 4 here, and then be forced to flash over the wall, looking to trade back in, trying to at least make it a 1-for-1, a nice parry, looks for the damage, he finds the execute onto Hansu! 1 versus 4, the man does not give a damn!
Yeah, he just picked up an Executioners, and he's on 3 items, almost 4 probably. They're gonna need at least 3 people to deal with this Fiora. It's gone out of control.
Yeah, that was some ridiculous aggression there, is what I would call that. I don't know, trading the 6 and 4 Fiora for the 0 and 6 Aatrox is usually worth it, but hey, taking a lot of summoners with you as Rough Beans actually getting aggressed on here by Lyre, looking for some damage. In the meantime, Debonair on the backside is just going to kill Fox out of nowhere. Lyre doesn't have the damage to kill off the way with the Crypt Plume healing as well. There's just not much they can do in this fight. Rough Beans finds it with a Severing Bolt, and I think that might just be the end of the game.
Yeah, they have a second wave coming mid lane. They can take the game with this unless TK and Aatrox manage to do something here.
Yeah,
but this is an 06 Aatrox.
Anything. Zeb doing a great amount of crowd control here. Yeah, there's just not much that Tahm Kench is able to do in the face of the Kraken Slayer and the Blade of the Ruined King from the Viego. Manages to pick up the Aatrox body, gets himself to. Respawn time is still fairly long. It's just Fox. Lyre up in 6, but I do not think that these turrets are long for this world. Fox, buddy, not much he could do there. And this should just be a cleanly executed game 1 for Clown Gaming.
Something funny real quick I was just realizing is when Rapid takes Aatrox's body, he takes his items, right? But it's a DPS loss because he has less items.
Yeah, sometimes your enemy is so far behind that looking at the body is just like, well, I could, but I like my items better.
That was a wasn't a completely clean game, but the Clown Gaming decided to stop clowning around about halfway through the game and just decided, okay, the game's over. We got Baron, get all the T2s. Let's end this game.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, not the cleanest game from Clown. There were definitely some slip ups there. I think around the dragon fights, especially, there's a lot of things that they could clean up. But after the Baron was taken, it just felt like the game was never really out of their hands. They cleanly walked down turrets. They got a bigger gold lead. They swung their gold bag into the enemy team and just managed to make it look easy.
I am curious though if they're going to decide to ban the TK this game though, because that Tom Kench almost brought the game back for TPK.
Yeah. Send it TK potentially being a problem, but we'll have to see how they change that draft up before game 2. Do we have any final thoughts before we send it off to a quick intermission?
Rapid and boil the oil. Just keep it up, dude. That was some good plays. Very
Yeah.
bold, but fun to watch for sure.
I think for sure there's a Fiora ban in the future for Boil the Oil, but I wonder what else he might be able to pick up. As we're going to take a short break while we wait for game 2 to get loaded up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We're here for game two of Clown Gaming versus the Pack. I'm still What's It Pretty. That's still Roby. And after a pretty exciting game one with Clown taking the win, we're here in the draft for game two. Clown
Let's see what we
is
have in store
taking
here.
Clown is taking the blue side this time around. So I wonder if the bands are going to get changed up. The Pack, actually, interestingly enough, taking away the Senna, which means the priority on the Tom Kench, I think, is going to drop a bit. I know last game you were calling for maybe a Thomas Kench ban, put him back on the bench, but the Pack doesn't want to see Clown picking that one up on their side, so they're going to take that one away.
Bench the Kench. Bench the Kench. Sorry.
So far, the rest of the band's fairly standard. The Smolder, still not too surprising to see that one taking away that champ is
Rise
kind
band,
of ridiculous. The Pack is going to take away the Varus. A lot of bottom lane focus in these bans. The Karma as well. Mid and bottom lane focused. Maokai support and jungle and Rise just in that mid lane. Top lane remains wide open as it did in the first round of pick ban. So I wonder what Clown is going to opt for first time around. That's going to be a Kalista locked in. Okay, I like this. Kalista Renata, a great bottom lane. This could lead to a lot of good stuff for the Clown Gaming bottom side.
I'm gonna pop a pickup to counter the Callista. I like it. Although I feel like picking Poppy just for the Callista is maybe a little bit too advantageous. Maybe too much.
Personally, I'm a big fan of the Poppy into certain lane matchups. When I play it down in support and I'm up against like Upper Khan or Leona and they're genuinely just like not allowed to play the game, it fills me with joy.
We have a Jace pickup as well. TPK is really just throwing out their picks there. It's
Yeah,
interesting strategy.
Poppy Jace this early is kind of surprising. He responded with the Azir Vi, which is a really good mid jungle 2v2. It's going to be very difficult for TK to actually play around that one. Though I will say Azir and Vi both into the face up Poppy is also an interesting decision given that Poppy can shut down both of those dashes. I'm interested to see what they're going to try and round out this draft with as the Rel is going to get picked up for TPK.
Sante and Zaya bands do come through. TPK has been a second pick. Let's hope though. We still have support and top lane for Clown Gaming, and obviously I think we still have mid and AD carry or bot lane for TPK, but we'll see what happens. They do ban Ezreal and Rumble as their
I'm a
final two
little
bans.
surprised. I'm a little surprised that the Fiora is still open, actually, given all the trouble that the Pack had dealing with it last game. I'm surprised to see that they're letting that one through again for this round too.
I'm guessing because they have the counter pick that if they'll flex the Jace wherever it wants to go. So they have that. I say that though, then they just throw the Talia out. So
So
never
we know
mind.
Jace is almost assuredly going towards the top lane, which means that it should be a lot safer for Clown to grab that counter pick for Boil the Oil, which I think is genuinely a pretty good ban strategy. There is some potential shenanigans. Hang on, that's an Orianna lock-in. Uh,
Um, is this a tank grass Azir top lane? Is this what I'm
I,
seeing?
I'm thinking maybe it's like Callista.
Oh, Shyvana.
Hang on, hang on. Wait, what are we cooking? What's going on here? Is this an Azir Callista bottom lane? Am I
Is
looking
this
at, or
Crown Gaming or Chef Gaming right now?
is it Callista Orianna? Is it Azir Orianna? There's a Yone lock. Okay, hang on. What is it? Is it Jace AD
Hmm.
carry? Do we have Jace bottom lane?
It's 80 Shyvana top. I'm calling it right now.
Okay,
And it's gonna
Shyvana top,
be.
Vi jungle, and then what? Like Orianna Callista bottom lane?
I think so.
Okay, the teams are kind of cooking in this draft. I'm gonna be real. I don't know where anyone is going anywhere in this game. I'm not even sure the Callista is going to be 80 carry because it could be something strange like Debonair running Orianna carry with a Callista support.
I mean, TPK is also in the kitchen as well because they just picked Yone. So is that Yone Poppy going bot or
Is it like
is
Jade Rel with the Poppy jungle Yone top, or is it like you said Yone Poppy with Rel jungle and Jace going like mid or something? I don't know. Everybody's cooking. I'm curious to see what it's going to look like as we hop into game here for game two of Clown Gaming versus the Pack.
yeah, drum roll for this one? Talia bot. Okay. Talia Azir
Oh,
support for Clown
yeah,
Gaming.
Rel and Callista Azir. Okay, we're gaming, that's for sure. You were right though. It is Aegis Shyvana top. Nice call on that one.
It's a blast of the
There's
past, season
it's a
3
lot of
throwback.
there's a lot of cooking happening in this game overall, and I'm really not sure how to like commentate on it because I've seen Azir support a singular time in the LCS. I believe it was Busio that played it with double lift on 100 Thieves bottom lane. I haven't seen it since then. I don't know if it's like any good.
Uh-oh. Put the face check at Zev here.
Zev is
Run,
gonna
Zev,
drop out
run!
on the
Nice
board.
dodge.
Yeah, he'll be
Why
able
do
to
you go back
sidestep
in,
that
though?
out. Take some damage from the rocks. It is just a bit of damage. He should be able to get the recall off just fine. As Fox is going to try and spot him out and force him back even farther.
If you notice, by the way... Yeah, but I said they did switch. Zev is now the 80k, the bot laner, and Debonair is on the support.
Yeah, I guess
What
that's sort of the potential advantage of having that substitute in who normally plays mid lane. You can have them play that bottom lane carry or play support depending on what sort of you want out of this drafting style. And I guess if you're going to play Azir support, you'd rather have the mid lane player than the AD carry, right?
Probably. What's your take on I've seen some Ezreal supports from LCK and my
Oh,
solo
don't
games
remind
people
me.
playing it.
I love Carrier, one of my favorite players, but God, he's cooking a little bit too much in the kitchen sometimes.
Well, it's causing drama in my solo games now. Like, can they stop doing this stuff? You know?
Look,
So-
my take on it is if your name is not Carrier, you shouldn't be playing most of the AD carry supports. Like, maybe if you're pretty good, you can play an Ashe or a Callista if you're really feeling spicy, but like Caitlyn, Varus, Azir, Ezreal, just leave it to the pros. Leave it to the professionals.
Well, this Azir support is doing some work though. Currently, he's zoning Fox from the wave completely.
Yeah, Zeb is able to get a lot of auto attacks down here. The Rend as well for plenty of damage. Lemon Poet and Rough Beans trading in the mid lane as well. The phase rush working out pretty nicely for Lemon Poet there, but Rough Beans with that clockwork wind up passive still getting plenty of damage down. God, I feel like it's been so long since I've seen a Shyvana top. Like you said, that Season 3 callback. I remember when the top lane trifecta was Shyvana beats, I believe it was Mundo who beats Renekton, who beats Shyvana at the time.
Yeah,
Ugh.
and I think it's also like Zach was going up there, and Maokai, I believe, was also another big pick.
Yeah, Maokai, when
also-
he just got his ulti changed to be on top of him instead of just in his circle somewhere he places it.
Also, if you notice the Shyvana skin, it's actually her season 3 skin too, like her.
Yep.
Who she
It's
came out
the-
with. Everyone, the
it's-
Ice Dragon, yeah.
Yep. Rapid is going to catch Lyra out here in the jungle. Poppy gets that shield passive off, but doesn't actually go and pick up the shield, so just going to be phase rushing out. Rapid wanting to chase that down, but Ruffy's now potentially in trouble. One last auto away, but the Vault Breaker is good! Saves his mid lane just for Lyra to flash in and get the kill in response. But now the flash forward from Rapid should just be able to secure a double kill for the Clown Jungler.
Rapid again getting this early lead. He seems to. I've seen him in a couple games now. He seems to thrive really well off of early lead like this, and he does tend to take over the game. I'm actually curious about the Shyvana Yone matchup because I might be interested in picking this against Yone if it's a good match.
Yeah, I feel like Shyvana with her mixed damage is kind of like the Yone before we had a Yone. Just like it's so difficult to itemize against her when you're laning against her because she has so much percentage health magic damage, but she's also auto-attacking you a lot. It's kind of one of those situations where you're like, okay, do I get armor? Do I get magic resist? Do I build HP and just make myself like weaker? Because I'm assuming Boyle will probably pick up like the Iceborne Gauntlet, the Blade of the Ruin King, try and be a tankier bruiser as Debonair may be in trouble here. Has that shield for himself, just barely going to survive that auto attack, just down to about double-digit HP.
Yeah, I guess we'll see how this matchup goes on later on top lane. I am very curious about it because if Shyvana works out against Yone, it might be a pick I might try to learn for the Yones out there.
I can see it potentially working. Shyvana, again, one of those just really good beefy champions, but I think ever since they changed her passive to be scaling off of the dragons that are taken throughout the game, you do really have to rely on your team picking up those bottom side objectives as Rapid maybe in trouble here. Doesn't have the flash for himself, and Liar has sort of zoned him out here. Gonna try and get over the wall, but denied by the steadfast presence. Shutdown gold goes over Lemon Poet.
Oh, shutdown goal. That's unfortunate. Luckily, it's only 150, so it's not gotten too high yet. So it is just a refill pot.
Lemon Poet maybe caught
Lemon
out
Poet
here as
getting a little
Debonair
gated here.
slides into the mid lane, but does have his own support on the other side as Poppy is just taking these grubs. Boil the Oil has the level 6 advantage over Hanswu. That's just a dead Yone. Goodbye. Boil the Oil finds the solo kill on the top side.
Doesn't even need to use his ult to get that kill either, so they cannot take these grubs with that ult still in play. In the mid lane, coming in hot.
Almost Moon's getting that flip back, wants to find Rapid, but no extra damage to come through. Zev is now rotating up. We've just got a Fiesta here in the mid lane. Lyra's going to deny that Vault Breaker from Rapid. Does not want to let the Vi get through. Spoil the Oil and Hanswu trading at the top side again. That Spirit Unmoored from Hanswu does a little bit of damage, but Boil the Oil fairly tanky. With the items in inventory, I'm actually not sure what he's building first. That's not Eclipse. That might be Black Cleaver? I'm not 100% certain. Sundered Sky is probably what it is, yeah.
The season 2024, boys and girls. It's Fiesta Town. No one plays for skill anymore. Everyone's playing one item champions.
Ooh, Lyra getting in there. Rapid's actually super low. He's just gonna get deleted by the Poppies. Zeb flashing forward, trying to pick up some damage onto Lemon Poet. But Solace and Fox have rotated in. The Callista has nowhere to go very quickly and is gonna go down. Hanzo in the meantime, topside, gonna use that Fate Seal to try and get some damage on the Boil the Oil. They're low on 1 HP, gets that knock up with the kill. And the Clowns were doing so well in the early game and now have just been clapped back. The pack strikes back.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that Poppy damage. All she got was Ionians, and her base, I guess her base damage is just so high.
Oh,
yeah, we have the dive going ball lane on Debonair here currently.
Step on the spear from Rel, but yeah, just nothing doing. Lyra though tanking the tower shots is gonna do a kill over to Zev. Yeah, that tower was ramped up a lot of damage from those shots, means that Callista will get something in return as Ruffians and Lemon Poet again just trading in the mid lane. The phase rush doing so much work for Lemon Poet here, actually denying a lot of the trade back for Ruffians. It's a nice pickup there.
Let's take a look at the CS numbers currently. Bot lane CS, Zed does have a good advantage of CS, but Fox does have an extra kill on him. Mid lane CS is pretty close. Top lane CS, we have a difference from last game. Boil the Oil actually down almost 10 CS, over 10 CS.
Yeah, a little surprising to see that one as Hanzo is going to trade with his Spirit out. Just get a little bit of extra damage into Boil the Oil, but
making that champion look unbalanced.
And Yone, he's doing Yone things as he does, but with Boil the Oil actually picking up the Kindle Gem, I know that doesn't go into the Sundered Sky, so now I'm actually really curious what Shyvana is going to pick up as a first item. It's, yeah, probably Black Cleaver or Shojin, and I'm going to be real, those are a little surprising for first items, since we got a maybe 2v2 up here on the top side. Nice denial there from Rapid to get away from the CC, but there's still more to come. Nice flash forward from Ryer. Gets into position to knock down Rapid. In the meantime, bottom side, Zev tanks up a tower shot as Debonair dies to said tower. Zev trying to trade back, trying to get those red stacks in, trying to do a little bit more damage, but Fox has that auto attack for the last hit. Clowns falling apart on the map.
Yeah, the game's kind of unraveling for Clown Gaming at the moment. Yeah, that's a strong early game, or early game, and this later early game is costing them a bunch with these poor. I don't know if they're bad macro decisions or they just think they're stronger than they are against these champions like Poppy. You know, it's like, okay, Poppy has got high base damage. Why are we, flipping the dragon with it?
Yeah, Poppy has been strong for quite a while now, and I think the more play she gets, the more people are going to realize that, hey, this champion doesn't really need to build damage items to do damage, and especially with what looks like the Iceborne Gauntlet is going to come out first for Lyra. The amount of crowd control and the amount of utility that this Poppy is going to have in this game is only going to get higher.
However, we got a fight breaking out top lane using the soul. And a fight going bot lane as well.
Rapid wants to find an engage, but you're engaging into 3. I'm not sure that's the fight you want to take. It's teleport's coming through from Lemon Poet. There's also going to be the teleport in from Rough Beans, but it's just too little too late. They'll manage to pull Debonair out with the Fate's Call, but no kill going over just onto Rapid. And again, it's Clown's just being out-rotated little by little.
Remember, Rough Beans does have 3 ball carriers.
Goodbye, my friend. Under tower does not matter. Solace tanks that one up, and it's just a free kill for the pack.
Luckily for TPK this game, all their gold is evenly spread out amongst their damage dealers, not all on the Tom Kench, so that is a nice change of pace for them. Meanwhile, Ori is going to get some plates top or mid lane, but that Shock Blast just clears the whole wave, saving a plate mid lane for Lemon.
Yeah, I think important to note, actually, with the gold difference there, as you saw between Fox and Zev, Fox is not that far ahead of the Kalista, despite being 3-0 and 3, as Rapid is just going to come over the wall and smite away the Krugs, but you are 2 levels down versus this Yone. I'm not 100% certain this is a fight you want to take, as the soul will finally be broken. Rapid does get that Vault Breaker denied. Hanzwu doesn't manage to land the Fate Seal. Rapid's getting so low, swipes down. Hanzwu finds their 3rd kill of the game.
You know that Vault Breaker probably just came up as he died, too.
Debonair now maybe the one in trouble, just going to get flipped back, and yeah, the pack just hunting like dogs across the map, taking every possible kill that they can grab.
Sometimes needs to be a little bit careful, because this game is quickly going to become unplayable for them if they keep this rate up. They are farming well, but so is TPK, other than the Talia. Fox is the one not doing well, but everyone else is still farming just as keeping pace with Clowns and getting the objectives.
Pretty much across the board, aside from that Talia, but she has a 10 stack Dark Steel, so, you know, in terms of how much damage she's going to be doing and how her itemization is going, I don't think she's going to be feeling too bad about the spots that she's in. Yeah, maybe he has found Fox here, actually. Debonair is going to get engaged on in the mid lane. Fox did have to lose that flash to get away from that exchange. And now on the top side, Rapid and Boil the Oil trying to burn down this Yone. Rough Beans is up here as well. I do not think Hanzwu is long for this world. It's just a matter of who picks up the last hit. A nice sidestep, but Boil the Oil will pick up that shutdown gold. Yeah, flash. Solus trying to get onto Zev. Zev does have the flash and the cleanse, managing to hold on to them for just a little bit too long. Does finally use the cleanse just to get knocked back down. Not 100% certain about the decision-making process there, but a nice dive from the pack.
And now we're just going to see this slow chokehold that TPK has over Clown Gaming. Clown Gaming can't really push out because they'll just get picked off, as we've been seeing. Clown Gaming, unfortunately, now has to just kind of turtle up and wait out and see if they can get a good Ori ult for a team fight a couple of times, which is a tall order. It's one of those games where, like, okay, we have to win, 3 or 4 fights in a row to really swing this pendulum back into our direction, which is a tall order, and it's very, very demoralizing, I feel like. So we'll see the stoutness of Clown Gaming in this match here.
Yeah, it gets to a certain point in game states like this where it's less on your ability to make plays and make decisions as it is on your enemy team to make mistakes and have something go disastrously wrong for them. Like, for Zev here, I'm not sure there's going to be a spot where he gets out of this one. He's going to get knocked back into the rocks. Liar just going to line up the charge into the wall. Zev might look to trade something back, but it's just nothing doing. He's Boil the Oil in the meantime, topside. Actually, in a 2 versus 1, as Hanzwu has that lethal tempo stacked up, and now Rapid is here. A nice bit of unstoppable there from Hanzwu. Is going to get through. Soul's getting super, super low, but does manage to pick up the kill into Boil the Oil. He's going to burn down. Rough Beans will grab that kill, and Rapid will find one back. So at the very least, a 2-for-1 trade for Clown on the top side.
And they'll get the Herald, which is a nice pickup, but I feel like Herald isn't what it used to be, unfortunately. I mean, sure, it does more damage now, but without the plates, he did 2 Heralds on plates. That was huge last season. This season is just all they can get is a T1 with it, which at this moment they have all 3 T1s up still. So I'm not sure what they're gonna. I guess their only play with it is to maybe use it to pressure a dragon.
Yeah, the Herald's value over the course of the season with the Grubs changes it's definitely felt like Grubs have just become the new Rift Herald that teams are fighting over early on in the game as Zev. Again, just caught out farming. You cannot be that far away from your turrets and from your teammates when you're at this point in the game. You just don't have the vision to make that sort of play happen.
That's like the third or fourth time he's been caught, too, doing that exact same thing. At what point do you think he just decided maybe, like, I just kind of pushed for it?
Ooh, Lyra Hex flashing into the mid lane. Ruffing's forced to flash away. Does have that Seraph Shield. Going to stay alive for a little bit longer. The Shockwave doesn't manage to come through. Fox will go unstoppable. Now 5-0-5 on this Talia bottom lane. It's working out pretty well for them, despite some crazy early game shenanigans.
At what point do you think it's a viable strategy to think, okay, let's talk about next game and just while playing this game out?
I mean, I feel like it's a little early to be thinking about next game already. We're not even 20 minutes into the game yet. I feel like Clown Gaming has to be thinking about some way that they can start to stem this bleeding and look for a potential punish. As they are looking at this top side, they are going to force the members of the pack away. They don't manage to get anything out of it, but hey, not losing a kill there, I think, is a win for Clown Gaming at this point.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah, I cast the curse. Oh, wait, hang on, no! The reverse curse! We thought he was dead, but he actually manages to dash out there with the summoner heal. Shockwave in. Lemon Poe getting very, very low. Has to use his own flash to get away. Now Rapid is here looking for the punish. Has that red buff, and there should be no escape for the J. Shutdown gold. Goes over to Vi.
As I was, talking ill of Clown Gaming, they decided to hold my beer moment. Not only will we not die, but we'll also get a kill.
Yeah, pretty huge win there for Clown Gaming, managing to find big shutdown gold. Not onto the Vi is not exactly the person you want it on. You'd rather it be on the Callista or the Orianna. But hey, at this point in the game, gold is gold. And with the mid laner being down for at least 10 more seconds, this should just be a guaranteed drag for them as well. Slowing down the soul stacking, which is exactly the spot you want to see for Clown Gaming. Your win con at this point in the game is really the late game.
They'd have been interested to kill the Jace. I think that, we got 2 item spike Jace right at the moment. Yone, this team is terrifying. Talia has a Ardent. Is that item called Ardent? We get a Volt Breaker onto the Talia.
Barrier Fox maybe in trouble. Doesn't have that spell shield now. A nice steadfast presence. They still will find the shutdown gold going over to the Callista, but it's an immediate punish. The shot blast from Lemon Poet doing so much damage. Lyre finds a third. The shutdown gold goes over to the Callista. It's someone that you want the gold on, but you lose 3 to get it. Maybe not exactly the best trade that they were hoping for.
Yeah, 3-for-1 trade is definitely not what you want to see, but trying to get this mid lane tower really. Oh, I think Boyola just costed his life getting that tower, trying to get that tower.
Yeah, he might just be caught out. He's fairly tanky on the Orianna, though. The Shockwave is good, and Rough Beans with the turnaround saves his top laner and gets one out of it just for good measure.
Yone doing Yone things in side lane. Classy. TPK must be asking themselves right now, like, how do we close this game out? We have this massive lead that we're slowly losing because we're a little too confident. But they need to slow the game down, is what TPK needs to do. They need to slow the game down, play very methodically, not give up anything, and take everything. And kind of just choke Clown Gaming out. I think they can do that very easily. They have a lot of siege on their team, and the Clown Gaming doesn't really have much to deal with it. Callista is not long enough range because the Talia can always threaten. The Vi just going in.
Rapid gonna use that unstoppable to get away from the shove. Finds the turret, but I'm not sure that you want to give up your turret, give up your life for a turret there. They'll manage to get at least something out of it, but Fox now wants to look for more, trying to get some damage down onto Debonair and Zev. Zev thankfully has the ability to get out of there, so won't get caught out there. But with no jungler, the Baron's up, and with how fed the team is, you have to think that this Baron goes down pretty damn quickly.
For sure. I don't know what Rapid was thinking there. In no world is just a tier 1 tower worth your life as a jungler. Like, that's never worth your life.
Crown Gaming looking for potential contest, but Solus has a really nice flank on a
getting
rough
caught out
beans.
here.
Good by Oriana. Fox finds that one for his 7th. The Baron did reset. Debonair's in the backline, finds a massive shove onto 4, but where's the follow-up? It was a great play, but there's no shockwave, there's no vital, there's no follow-up. It's just death for the Azir.
Rapid coming in for a possible steal here. TPK is very low at the moment, but they're going to turn onto the Vi and did not give her a chance.
Yep,
She blows her flash. They're back on Baron. Baron is very low, but so is TPK. They
like
need to get out of here fast before they get...
Zev tries to get in, but just denied by Lyor. And there's the Fate sealed onto 2. This should just seal the deal. It's 2 kills for Hanzo. And after how he was struggling in Game 1, he's got to feel good about his performance in Game 2.
Was that a surrender?
I believe it was. Yeah, that's just the game to Pack. Doesn't even need to close it out cleanly with the Baron gone. They're just going to take the game. That's a hell of a performance from them, as opposed to what we saw in Game 1.
Yeah, that was an interesting game.
Emphasis on the first 3 letters of that one, I think. Maybe just a little bit too much chefing in the kitchen for that game. Maybe take a step back, calm things down in the draft, look for something a little bit more standard. But that is going to mean we're going to move to Game 3 and figure out who exactly is going to take this series in a pretty unexpected fashion. I'm surprised that it ended that quickly.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a 2-0 so I can go to bed, but, you know, when Crown Gaming is around, you can't have that. Yeah.
Yep, we're going to cut to a short break while we get ready for the draft for Game 3. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a little bit. We are back here for game 3 of Clown Gaming versus the Pack. We have had a couple of substitutions here for Clown Gaming. Cryogen, their main support, is back into the roster, so I'm thinking we're expecting to see a little bit less cooking around this time. Maybe some more, maybe a little bit more calm in the draft, looking to play a little bit more seriously and a little bit less for fun.
We also have a sub placement in the top lane for TPK. 1 game 1 kill is not playing up in top lane. As we have a Pike Camille bans immediately. Bans I've shifted for TPK. So for Com Gaming, guess Karma Maokai once again, because
Karma Maokai
you
is
know.
still pretty good in the meta currently. Senna as well, not too surprising to see that one banned away. Although with TPK being on the blue side, I'm a little shocking to see them ban that one away, actually. I would have thought that would be
Oriana
Clown
ban.
Gaming's job to ban
My
away red side.
my jungler comp last season really complained about us putting him on either Maokai or J4 every game, and now Maokai is now a support pick ban. So I think it's pretty funny. We got to do the Varus pickup, first pick for TPK. Hopefully that's going to be AD carry. And then the Ashe pickup, that could be AD carry or support. I've seen Cryogen play Ashe support, so. But Zev also likes playing Ashe as well. And we got a Cassante pickup for Boil the Oil. Boil the Oil really favoring these duelist champions.
Yeah, we've got some much more standard choices this time around. I would say the Varus is a champion that I've been expecting to see for a while now in a lot of competitive play, just given all the buffs towards him, as well as Terminus changes. The fact that Kraken is really, really good right now. And for the counter pick into the Cassante, they're just going to slam down the Gwen. Boil the Oil, going to be in a counter matchup this time around. I wonder how he's going to have to manage that one.
So far, this and we have a Mumu pickup. Now that could be support or jungle. We don't know yet. Is a flex. However, this draft compared to last draft is very, very normal compared to what happened last game.
Fairly standard, I would say, compared to the last time around. Though the Amumu is a little bit surprising for me to see. But given the Melio ban, I think it looks like the Pack are kind of expecting that one to be in the jungle, as Renata is also going to be banned away by Clown. And they are going to take out that Rise that we have not seen yet at all, not going to be allowed through at any point throughout this series.
It's like banning my Acel. You just have to ban it. Just the respect bans every game. And a Galio ban. That was a wise choice by TPK. But Galio did get some nice buffs, and I think that champion is going to be taking over LCS this weekend.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too shocked if we started seeing some Galio mid, Galio support plays at some point around. Maybe even the occasional Galio top if Sniper's feeling spicy. I wouldn't be shocked to see him pull that one out in particular. But now it's going to be on Clown. Who are they going to say for counter pick?
Ari pickup. Uh-oh.
They're going to keep the
Debonair
flexibility.
is probably mad right now because Debonair Ari is so clean. And he didn't get to play it last game. He said he was playing Azir. But we'll see how Rough Beans pilots the champion. We have a Nico pickup. That's the count of the Ari. I do favor the Nico matchup a bit more just because Nico can play with the minions while Ari is hard. Like, she has to have that charm lane to really have kill threat. Although, wait a second.
It's Nico
That's a
support.
victory.
Hang on.
It's Nico support. That's surprising. Maybe she's trying to get good ease off on that. Uh-oh. No. Why?
Okay. Hang on. Wait. Before we start screaming, we were talking about this between games. The fact that we are not a huge fan of carry Ezreal support in general. It could be Ashe AD carry or Ashe support and Ezreal AD carry, which I
Could
think
be.
would be a lot better.
I
I
hope
would
so.
much prefer to see that.
My
But
mental
I'm not
state.
gonna I'm not gonna say that it's impossible for Cryogen to pull out Ezreal support and try and put on his carrier cosplay. But I think versus especially Nico Varus, I would not be shocked if no matter who the AD carries are for both sides, that if they both bring cleanse, I think it's almost a necessity.
Yeah, cleanse is definitely. Yeah, let's get this. I want to see what's going on here.
Yeah, let's hop into game 3 of the Pack versus Clown Gaming as we transition onto the Rift. Into a
Hey,
black
drum roll,
screen.
please. It is
Thank
Ezreal AD
goodness.
carry. Thank God.
Oh, we're saved. And both AD carries do have cleanse, as Fox is actually in a bit of trouble here. That Halo
Oh,
Blade's putting in
uses
work. The cleanse already lost for Fox. That is a huge deal for him.
Although Clown Gaming had a little bit of a misplay, they double warded.
Prya just doing a little bit of searching around, trying to see if Zev was doing a greedy recall.
So does the second ward by chance, will that block the character model? Maybe they were trying to trap him for an extra auto attack.
No, I think that was just a bit of miscommunication. They both wanted to get vision, and neither one said, I'll ward the brush, which happens a lot both in solo queue and competitive. Sometimes you just don't always hear the call out like ward, 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 you know?
Victor matchup mid is going to be very annoying for Ari. I played this matchup, especially with Victor with Aerie, that those E's from Victor are really hard to dodge. And with the Aerie, it'll make it even that much more painful every time you get there it is. It is almost impossible to dodge that E from Victor. So that's going to be really, really aggravating for Rough Beans.
Solace and Pryo just trading a little bit, though. I don't know if you want to be throwing down the auto attack trade versus the Ashe. Halo Blades or not, this champion is going to do quite a bit of damage. As you can see, Fox and Solace already down to near half HP. And the overlay actually did lie to us a little bit. It is still Hanzo in for the top lane for the pack, not one game, one kill.
That's interesting.
But with level 2s coming around, Lemon Poet and Hanzo are just getting a little bit of extra lane pressure and trying to push their lanes forward. We already see Victor doing a actually fairly early roam down here. I'm wondering if he's going to look for the bottom side or if he's just looking to get a ward in the enemy jungle.
I'm assuming it's just the ward. Yeah, he's just getting a gank ward because it is a Mumu. And if the Mumu does gank him, you know, with the charm after the bandage toss, that is a very lethal combo. But Victor is pretty safe anti-mage champion to play at the moment.
Yeah, Mumu won't be spotted on any of these jungle clears so far. Both of these junglers just going for some
Farm does go wide. Oof.
Big farm game as Lemon Poet does sidestep that charm, and Rough Beans feeling a little rough in this lane matchup right now. Like you said, the Victor kind of difficult to dodge out on those death lasers, and Ari while she does have some sustain, it's not what it used to be. She can't just keep her health up forever. As ooh, that charm actually connects onto Lemon Poet. Won't find much off of it, but nice little catch there.
I don't think he's expecting to hit that charm, but I think he was maybe doing it. I think he actually was doing it to get the CS, but he ended up getting the charm on the Victor there. But Wukong's looking for a gank bot lane currently, while the Gwyn is playing the brush top laner, classic style. Wukong abandoning the really quickly, which I do like to see. If you don't see it, just leave. We have a mid lane brawl. The Mumu is the first respawn. Charm does land, and the bandage toss.
Flashes over the wall, and he's just gonna get picked up. Rapid will find first blood. Now the bottom lane rotate isn't there for the pack. They're trying to walk up, but Lyra actually getting fairly low here. Nice sidestep on that piercing arrow. They will find Rapid, but the charm lands onto Fox. Now potentially in trouble. Still doesn't have that cleanse. It's a couple of seconds out, and he will eventually fall. They'll donate the kill over to Zev. Now Lemon Poet teleporting back into the play. Saul's trying to keep the play going forward. They'll still have that flash, but it's just a little too late. Rough Beans finds the damage there. And now the Ezreal with double buffs is doing quite a bit of damage with these Mystic shots. One more auto attack I think might have killed Lemon Poet, but doesn't want to tank up that tower. They'll just take the win and walk away. That's
really good for Rough Beans. Getting that a kill and 2 assists is going to help him out tremendously in this lane. I don't think it'll be enough to push him in favor. But although right now Lemon Poet is definitely chunked severely with the Mumu Gate looking for another visit to the lane. But once that Victor gets, you know,
no stun field for the Victor. Rough Beans doesn't find the charm, and now Fox has rotated up again with that wave shoved in. He's happy to just rotate up to mid lane and try and keep his mid laner safe. Rapid and Rough Beans forced to walk away. There's been a lot of rotations mid throughout this entire series. It feels like mid is just the catalyst for all the action throughout this series.
Yeah, you want that mid prior so they can do the grubs very safely, like the Rapid has started off here. But Wukong has come in
Rapid
Does he
manages
get
to
one?
smite one. He
Nope.
finds two. The third grub still here. Liar actually getting pretty low here. The Conqueror Mumu is putting in quite a bit of work. Those tears doing a lot of damage. He won't find the grub. He won't find the kill. Liar with the team rotate manages to pick one up at least.
Unfortunately for this Mumu, both Wukong and the Black Cleaver combination is coming up. The buffs that are going to be kind of huge for Wukong. So this champion is going to be doing a lot of damage very soon.
Cryo and Solace just playing a couple of bush games with each other as Solace will actually not land the Tangle Barb. Zev getting a nice bit of damage in onto that Nico, and yeah, this is what Ezreal Ashe does. They poke you out and make life very, very difficult for you to deal with. It's not a fun lane to play against. I'm speaking from experience. It's never fun to play against.
As we can see, the mid lane, though, the farm is evening out. The Victor is slowly creeping back up just because the nature of the champion in that matchup. Unless Ahri is significantly ahead, there's not much Ahri can do into Victor. So Ahri's opting to roam, just go bot lane and see if they can be a pick here.
Yeah,
luckily the clone from Nico does pick out the roam.
Rough Beans dashing the Spirit Rush. They're just going to pick up two. Zev potentially going to go down here, but no, Liar doesn't have the damage. It's just a clean 3 for nothing. Clown Gaming execute gorgeously on the dive.
Those Ahri buffs coming in massive for Rough Beans.
Oh, we found the charm! There's the bait shots. Lemon Poet that doesn't, no level 6 for Rapid, so no Curse of the Sad Mummy to come through, but force a lot of damage out onto the Victor, and that's going to mean a recall for him. That's looking rough for him right now.
Clown Gaming's had enough of clowning around. They're not messing around here. They are here to win.
Rapid now maybe the one in trouble is forced to walk away. Nice cleanse from Fox will deny that charm. Rapid on 1 HP trying to walk away, but the Blighted Quiver will actually take him down. In the meantime, Boyle the Oil in the counter matchup does not give a damn. Is going to solo kill the Gwen. What on earth is happening?
Without using ultimate, by the way. Oh, he did use it, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say, he definitely went all out there.
God, the icon doesn't go away until it's dispersed.
I do like the rush here from Boil the Oil with the magic damage coming out from the top side of the pack. The Cannon Crookhorn is just going to provide so much value. Fire and Fox are going to be dealing plenty of physical damage the later the game goes, as we see a rogue cannon minion make its way into mid lane. I'm not sure that's supposed to be there. Just surprise, it's the Nico. Who would have seen that one coming?
It's it.
Yeah, there's the Vantage Toss. Solus has the clone, so he's going to be able to sneak away for just a little bit longer, but not long enough. Rapid will find their second of the game, and a nice catch from the Clown Gaming jungler.
Charm does land onto Lemon Poet. And a simple little trade will just ensue. I hate this matchup. I cannot explain how much I hate this matchup mid lane for Rough Beans. It is so hard. Even though he has got 3 kills, he still can't just trade with Lemon Poet.
Grab it. Ooh, flash over the wall. Instant flash response from Lemon Poet. And now with Lyra here, maybe actually a little bit more comfortable to take the trade, but no, it's a nice 2-man Curse the Sad Mummy. Oh my god, they're just deleted. Rough Beans finds 2.
Yeah, Rough Beans is capitalizing the fact that his Mumu is just hitting every single Bandage Toss and into the double Curse the Sad Mummy. And that's a perfect lineup. They were lined up for a double Q. Easy damage, easy money. As Ahri is going to be nice and fed. She's going to probably buy her mulligans on this base right here. She's just pushing for the last bit to get it to crash.
Yeah, and given how that game 2 went, I think all of us were a little bit concerned about potentially too many chefs in the kitchen for Clown Gaming. Maybe just a little bit too much going on. That's the level 6 from Ashe. Fox, you cannot walk up that far without your cleanse. Zev will go on a killing spree. Lyra is here. They're going to look to trade it back. Solus does manage to live on a sliver of HP, and now Zev in the 1v1 with the Wukong. I do not think he will be long for this world. Shutdown goal goes over to the Wukong. And what looked like a good trade for Clown actually ends up being pretty in favor of the pack.
Yeah, the shutdown going to Wukong is definitely nice for pack, but I don't know if it'll be enough with this jungle mid laner combo. Doing so much work at this game right now. Rapid and Rough Beans are putting in a lot. Although top lane here, we do have a little brawl breaking out.
Well, has the all-out. I think Hongu is actually in a lot of trouble here. There goes the all-out, dodging out those first set of needles. Boil the Oil just doing a lot of damage. Has to dodge out on the true damage. Can't get that knock-up. Very, very low on both the Cassante and the Gwen. But Rapid is here for the first rotate. Doesn't have flash, but should have that second Vantage Toss in just a second. But Boil the Oil doesn't even need it. Rapid just there to pick up a free 150 gold.
Showing us why all top laners should play Cassante. Top laner.
It's a slight call out to our producer there, but that's fine. I'm sure he's not feeling insulted in the slightest. Just we got Lyra again showing up on the bottom side, just clearing out some vision, making sure that if he wants to go for a gank at any time in the next couple minutes, he can look for it. But despite him picking up that kill, and he's got the Triforce in inventory, arrow into the mid lane doesn't manage to catch.
Nico lands her root, but she's all alone.
Yeah, there's no help for this Nico right now. Solace is just going to go down. Ezreal has that essence in inventory and does so much damage right now.
This Nico is playing like she's ahead. She needs to not be like that. I think she should get the tank, the Celestial support item, just to help her live in these fights. Although Rapid coming out of the mid lane
again. Yep, there's that charm. Rough Bean's gonna get away from the gravity well as well. Nothing doing for the mid jungle duo as Zev and Cryo potentially in a 2 versus 2 here. Lyra looking for some damage, but Ezreal does so much. Oh, but the Wukong does more. Shutdown gold again. Goes over to Lyra. He'll pick up a second for his troubles as Rough Beans has teleported in. Maybe looking for a play here as Rapid is here as well, but Lyra looking not super healthy on the Wukong. Rough Beans will just go godlike, pick up a free kill. The charm on the Fox. The minion autos should just guarantee it. It's 2 for the Ahri. Rapids is going to chase down Solace. Nico still though level 6 means no Pop Blossom means that it's just 3 for Rough Beans.
Rough Beans is getting the red carpet rolled out from his team for him. It is a pleasure to watch. Arrow coming in.
Oh, what an arrow!
Dante going to boil the oil. Not
he didn't have all out. If he had all out, that was a for sure dead Gwen. I think Hans Wu counting his lucky stars on that one. That cooldown was just a little bit too far away.
I think every mid laner can wish for having a Mumu camp their lane and helping set up
Boil the Oil is going to look to go in here with the all-out. Now the 1 versus 2, it's just a 1v1 as Hans Wu is already dead. Soulspawns is here for the Pop Blossom, but Zed just arcane dashes away from it. Not even worried about being in threat range. Playing confident on the Ezreal. I like it.
I wonder if this Nico pick was kind of a not planned pick and they just went with it.
Ruffy just deletes Soulless Bonds, and Fox should be the next to fall. Zed, just one more auto. No, actually manages to survive. The 6 shot's not doing enough damage just yet. Doesn't manage to sidestep the arrow either.
Even with this victory being 0-3, look at the damage he does to this Ahri. Like, Ahri's almost dead.
It is a 12-stack Magi's in Rough Beans' pocket. I don't think he wants to give up his perfect KDA just yet. Doesn't want to give over a death and lose any of those stacks. But with the pressure in mid lane and in bottom lane, it is just going to mean a free Infernal Dragon for Clown Gaming. And I think after game 2, we were potentially a little worried as Solace will manage to land the root onto Rough Beans, and that will be shutdown gold going over to Hansu. Sorry, Rough Beans, cast a cursity there. My bad.
And friends, that's what we call the good book curse. You never buy the good book because it's always cursed.
You just sit on Darksteel, you be happy with your 10 stacks, and you accept what the good game has given you.
Yes. Yes. Like, you never finish it. You never finish it until like your 6th item. You're like, okay, I'll finish it now.
Yeah, I think after game 2, I think we were a little worried spectating this, just being like, man, Clown Gaming kind of got ran over there. It wasn't close and it was not pretty, but this time around, Clown Gaming decided to take off the chef's hat, put on their workers' gear, and just say, all right, we're gonna nut up, shut up, and actually play the game this time around. And damn, they're looking clean doing it. You can see the gold leads across the board. That mid lane lead is disgusting. That should never be legal. That's not okay.
Yeah, all the junglers out there, take notes, please. This is what happens when you camp mid lane. Mid laner is free to roam with you, able to kill every other lane in the game. So please, solo queue junglers, take notes. And I appreciate your ganks in the future.
Yeah, it's looking rough for the mid lane match, but like you said, Lemon Poet's still allowed to do some damage. It's not as though the victor is entirely out of this game. He will be able to pick up that Caster's Companion at some point. He'll get the upgrades on his Hextech Ultimatum. Not Ultimatum, his Hextech Evolution, but it's going to be quite a while until he can do that. So right now the victor just sort of sitting pretty, waiting to collect farm from the waves that push into him, and it's
The
like you said,
problem
looking
is
rough.
Blood the Oil has so much MR that
Ooh, cleanse from Zev. Fox actually
Pop
taking a lot
loss
of damage.
coming in.
Blast
Oh,
in
it's a good
from
pop loss.
Soul. They might have found Zev. They're going to shut him down, but they're going to lose two in the process. Lion, in the meantime, is on top of Cryo, looking for some damage. Going to spin him down with the Cyclone. Now Hansu trying to get in with that Needlework. Rough Means is going to survive with the sliver of HP, but now it's Rapid in the 1 versus 3, and he can't manage to find Hans Wu. It looked good for Clown Gaming, but the collapse was better from the pack.
And that was a 5v4, by the way. Boy of the Oil was not in that fight. I was going to say, the only problem Victor has at the moment, while yes, Ari is fed, Boy of the Oil has 3 MR items at the moment. That is going to be very hard to do any damage to this Cassante. Even for Varus as well.
Blood of the Oil, maybe in the 1 versus 3 here. Solus is still a little whiles away, and I don't think they want to engage onto that full health, full tank Cassante. They're going to let him go on that one.
We've seen Cassantes at 1 item, 1v3 in these games, so
yeah.
Let's not do that and throw the game out completely.
I did also want to mention, you were talking about the Nico maybe wanting the Celestial opposition, trying to be a little bit tankier, look for some more riskier all-ins. No, actually, Solus has just gone straight for the Zazak's Realm Spike, looking for just some more damage this time around, which I'm not sure I fully agree with, given just the amount of damage that his team already has.
Oof. That was a close arrow dodge. It was and then Ezreal right behind it. Yeah, I agree. I don't think their problem isn't damage. Their problem is living and engaging. If he goes in with pop blossom and just dies before it goes off, it like the point of your champion is the point.
I'm just noticing the hashtag that our producer has put in the upper right corner. I don't know how I didn't see that before. Hansu now Rapid in the 1 versus 4. It's just gonna get snipped down. I appreciate the aggression there from the Curse of the Sad Mummy, but yeah, that one didn't look pretty.
Cryogen might be getting caught out here. Ari is getting caught out too.
Charm onto Solus to force him away. Does still have that last dash on Spirit Rush. Will be able to walk that one out. But in the meantime, Ezreal's just sieging down the mid lane turret. Boil the Oil, I think, is going to be able to find the victor here. Lemon Poet, goodbye. There is no life for you. There is only Cassante.
There's so much MR that I think the tower did more damage than Lemon did to Boil the Oil here.
We're just going to have that flash on screen every time he gets a kill now that he's 4-0 and insanely far ahead of most of the people in this game.
There's the Jack show. What do you think he builds next? I think he's going to go...
Frozen Heart is still a really good item, right? It's planning on nerfing it again, it seems, so I wouldn't be too shocked if that one was built. There's... Honestly, any of the tank items work at this point. If he wants, like, Sunfire Cape, Hollow Radiance, it really is just whatever he pleases at this point.
GA. Let's go GA. Make him even more annoying to deal with.
Lands the bandage toss on to the clone from Solus, so no extra engage happening there. Not an 8th death from Miko just yet. The arrow won't manage to find a target either. Big field goal onto the members of the pack, but they should just be able to pick up this dragon at their leisure. Clown Gaming just taking full control in this bottom side jungle. This is exactly what you want to see and how you want to do it. Clear out all the vision you can. Make sure that there's no way for the enemy team to get in for a steal and just secure the objectives smoothly, cleanly, simply. Don't overcomplicate it.
So I've played exactly 1 game of support Ashe, and I went 0-9. And I'm playing the same way Cryogen has been playing. Okay, I play really aggressive up and stuff, but he doesn't die.
Well, you see, Cryogen has a team around
I spoke too soon.
Yeah, you caster cursed him! How could you? I was just about to say, he's playing aggressively when he's got the opportunity. Whenever you see him go to ward, he's got a teammate there grabbing vision with him as well. And the one time he doesn't do it, you can see, that's that squishy support Ashe. He does just get punished.
You can look at this this communication for Clown Gaming. Rapid was saying, I'm gonna land my ult, and like he wanted this to go in. Ezreal pop your R on him.
Pop Blossom just onto one, only onto Boily Oil. He's gonna go all out and just pull Solace back and absolutely delete him. In the meantime, Ruffians on the top side in the 1 versus 2 is gonna find one, and that Boily Oil under tower just wants to find the damage onto Fox and survives the last tower shot. Yeah, that's a real champion right there. Yeah, it's a
Dante or Alawi top lane, okay, or Yorick, lethality. Yorick. Okay, let's pick our battles here.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good for the Cassante in this game. He's gonna opt to go for the Thornveil next item, as there is quite a bit of auto attacking happening towards him in this game. And despite Ruffian's dying on the top side and losing all his Magi stacks, again, poor guy. Clown Gaming still up over 10,000 gold, just past the 20-minute mark. We were saying last game it gets to the point where you really have to rely on the enemy team making mistakes as opposed to your ability to make shot calls, make plays happen because you're just that far behind. I think we're well past that point in this game. Cryo is going to try and pull the Rift Herald away from the enemy team. Are they going to try and drift this into top lane? Can he make it work? No. It will go over towards the lane, but no charge. Yeah, he had to go all the way around, but difficult decision to make, and the Herald will go down without getting a charge. Ruffians
just land short. Here we go again, Cassante in the bot lane this time against
Hans Wu, just trying to clear out the way, just trying to not touch the Cassante as much as he possibly can, which I think is the right call of this situation as Rapid. Tries to look for an all in there, but just takes on those chains of corruption, finds the Curse of the Sad Mummy onto just the clone from Wukong. Nice little disengage there from Lyor, as Oil the Oil does manage to pull Han move back and force out the needlework. That's a pretty big cooldown for this Gwen, and without that, she's going to find it difficult to 1v1 this Cassante.
Yeah, much less be able to wave clear against him as well. There's 5 grubs here, so they'll be doing a lot of damage to the tower. Lyre is chunked down just below half.
Yeah, Solace, I really appreciate what you're going for there. I love the aggression on that play, but this is kind of why we were talking about the Celestial opposition as an option for the Nico. If you do have that charm land on you, you're not just instantly one-shot, and you have the ability to try and make a play out of that.
And now Clown against their methodical Ash Arrow, another field goal.
He's looking for him, God bless. He's trying for him. But yeah, this is just how you close out a game, slowly and smoothly. We're not be able to talk about the state of the game too much because Clown Gaming isn't making many mistakes. They're not allowing any of these engages to happen. Like you see there, Solace tries to get the Pop Blossom in. They finally managed to find Cryogen, pick that one up with the Cyclone from Lyre, but just losing your support when the siege can still continue, as Ev is just happy to Arcane shift forward and get more damage down. It's difficult for the pack to try and play around this one.
Yeah, I think Solus should probably be saving his ulti for Clown Gaming's engages onto them instead of him trying to get a good engage, because it's not working out for him right now.
As much as
Clown Gaming is just too mobile for that to work. Like the carries of Clown Gaming all have outs, you know, like Ezreal, Ari, and Boyle are all very mobile. And I don't think picking Ashe is enough of a justification to use a Pop Blossom on just to get Ashe.
Yeah, but the problem is, for Clown Gaming, their siege is so good, their wave clear is so good with the Ahri, with the Ezreal. If you allow them to just sit in siege, and Nico really is your go button aside from Lyre finding a way in with a Cyclone, I think it's going to get picked off again. Yeah, that's just a dead Nico Fox. Actually going to get picked off as well. The arrow doesn't land, but the Cassante does. This champion's pretty good at chasing down 80 carries as he's got the Ghost on. He's looking for a bit more damage. Rough Beans manages to find the charm. Boil the Oil's going to go all out under tower, and I do not think the pack will be much longer for this world, as the wave in top lane isn't big enough to push in, so they might not be able to end yet, but the gold lead just keeps extending. This is about 14,500 in their favor now, and it's not getting any better.
It's definitely a game-ending amount of gold for sure, unfortunately, for the pack, but they're gonna stick at it and try to make it come back happen. They do have the tools to make it come back possible, but will Clown Gaming allow them to do that?
Oh, Ruffy's actually gets shut down under tower again. Manages to just overstep a little bit as Lyra with a nice bit of shutdown there. Souls Moon looks for the Pop Blossom onto Just Rapid, but it's, you know, it's only the tank of Moon. It's not exactly the target you want, as Fox will fall as well. Lyra ends up going down to some burn damage from Zeb. Nice little bit of poke there from the Ezreal, and with all, well, not all members, but, you know, all the alive members of Clown Gaming here in the base, it feels like,
Oh my
yeah,
god!
this game is just about close to ending as Zeb does so much damage on this Ezreal. Shojin in inventory, has the Hex Trigger as well for safety. Even with the respawn timers being short, I feel like they might look for the end, but with their health bars being so low, they're actually going to be forced to walk away, and the game will continue.
Wipe from here.
If only just, as Ruffins actually wants to teleport in. I'm not 100% certain about this one. Has the Spirit Rush, so we'll just be able to dash away from the play, but I feel like at some point Clown just turns around, picks up the Dragon, picks up the Baron, and then looks to close out the series.
Honestly, I think they should just force the Baron. Like, sure, getting Dragon might be the safer option, but at this point in the game, I think just forcing Baron, either make them come into you, and then, you know, because they're panicked to stop the Baron, so like they're can make a pick and wipe them in the game. Versus,
yeah,
I think ending the game now is probably more beneficial for Clown Gaming because it gives them less opportunity to make mistakes. Because this Victor, even though he's 2-7, he does hurt. He does hurt. It looks like he's building Lich Bane as his next item. Once he does get Lich Bane, he will be able to one-shot the likes of, you know, Zed and Rough Beans pretty easily.
Yeah, I do think the Baron Force is probably the way to go. Clown are going to take it safer and just run down the Dragon first, but as soon as this Baron is taken, it doesn't feel like there's a lot that the pack can do to actually stop the siege. We were talking about it earlier, the fact that their wave clear is already so good and their siege power is already so strong, and with Baron empowered minions on top of that, I'm not entirely certain how the pack, aside from a miracle engage to try and find a fight, can really make anything else happen here.
Is Rapid soloing Baron at the moment right now?
He sure is trying as the rest of his team will siege down the enemy base. Hansmu is over the wall, maybe looking for some kind of play as the arrow dodged away from by Fox thanks to Cassante and will land onto Lemon Post. But I don't know if this is the fight exactly that Clown Gaming want as the Pop Blossom lands onto 2. Boily Oil will find Fox in the backline. He's playing Cassante. Now he goes all out. Lemon Poet, I'm not sure that's the target that you want to be damaging as he will pick up a double. Hans Wu now left alone in his base, not for much longer as he will be put out of his misery. Nerf Cassante, indeed. And it looks like Clown Gaming, very clean in the Game 3 with a 20,000 gold lead, will finish out the series 2-1.
Clown Gaming, always 3-game Andes, appreciate it. Keeping us up later at night. And keeping us up awake because of Nerf Cassante, indeed.
Yeah, I do think there's a lot of questionable decisions across the drafts for game 1 and 2, especially for Clown Gaming. Maybe a lot of gameplay decisions as well that they can look back on and be like, okay, we could improve on this. There's a lot of things that we can clean up for in the coming weeks, but a win is a win, and overall, I think even the pack probably happy to just take a game off, let alone Clown Gaming happy to take away a win.
Yeah, I think Pack should be proud of themselves. They played really well games 1 and 2, and 3 is just unfortunate that it kind of got away from them a bit. But games 1 and 2, they played really solid, I felt.
Yeah, it's the power of the snowball. Game 3 just was out of their hands, it seemed like, pretty much from minute like 5 or 6, and they just didn't have a chance to grab their way back into the game. And I think on that final note, that's going to be it for us tonight. Clown Gaming ends week 2 on a win. Pretty happy with that one, but still things to work on. Thank you all so much for joining us for this ACL coverage. I've been Brittany. That's been Roby, our producer, Northward, on the background, keeping us entertained between the breaks. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.